Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, status setback. Canada loses its measles-free designation with outbreaks in Alberta partially to blame. Stinky smell. A landfill fire lights up the night sky as the smoke drifts into Edmonton. And another slow start. The Oilers struggling out of the gate for a third straight season.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
Canada has lost its measles elimination status thanks to outbreaks of the disease that have lasted more than a year, including here in Alberta. The Pan-American Health Organization, which made the ruling, says losing the status is a setback, but it is reversible. CTV's Jeremy Thompson joins us in studio this evening. So, Jer, Canada was previously measles-free for nearly 3 decades before this.
Yeah, it was, Matt, and the measles vaccine is effective and has been widely available in Canada since the 60s. That's why one infectious diseases specialist I spoke with believes these measles outbreaks represent a communications failure by government.
Policy hasn't really changed. Governments haven't really changed, but the messaging has. And for the last 10 years, the messaging of the negatives of vaccination have drowned out those about the positive.
In the last 12 months, Canada has recorded more than 5,000 measles cases, with transmission happening mostly among certain communities with low vaccination rates. To be considered measles-free, a country must stop the spread of the virus with no local transmission for at least 1 year. The press secretary for Health Minister Adriana LaGrange says the province is promoting vaccination and has seen a marked increase in uptake, especially in the north and south health zones where the bulk of Alberta's roughly 2,000 cases have been registered. Madison McKee says there are currently 2 active cases in Alberta, a number that has remained stable for several weeks. There are 2 patients in hospital, and there have not been more than 5 at any time. Canada's Public Health Agency says that is good news.
Everything's pointing in the right direction. Unfortunately, we couldn't stop the outbreak completely in time to lose our elimination status. But the direction of travel is that we will get it back.
The Public Health Agency says regaining Canada's elimination status for measles will take work. Once people with active cases recover, Canada must closely monitor the situation to prove the disease isn't circulating. It must also demonstrate we have sufficient overall vaccination rates to achieve herd immunity. That's around 95%. Now, losing the status doesn't come with any penalties for Canadians, but the doctors and infectious disease specialists CTV spoke with say it's disappointing, even embarrassing for Canada, given how safe and accessible the measles vaccine is. Matt?
All right, CTV's Jeremy Thompson live in studio tonight. Thank you. Alberta has recorded its first flu death of the season. A woman in central Alberta in her 60s has died. 8 people have required intensive care treatment. There have been 375 cases of influenza this flu season so far. An overnight fire at a landfill west of Edmonton has filled the sky with smoke. The cause of the fire remains unknown, and while the flames appear under control, the smell is expected to linger. CTV's Gates Warren has more.
It was traumatic.
It wasn't the start to the day Corey Larrabee was expecting.
I was laying in my bed just right there, and all of a sudden there's a big kaboom.
The noise shook him out of his bed.
Our house shook as we live in a mobile home, so it's not like implanted in the ground. And I thought I was going crazy at first, so I messaged my neighbor across the street, but she was asleep. She didn't hear anything.
He quickly made a call to 911 and was told a fire was burning just on the other side of his West Edmonton street. Parkland County Fire Services says it started last night at the GFL landfill off 231st Street. Early this morning, bright orange flames lit up the sky. Fire and thick smoke could be seen from a distance. By daylight, the flames had died down, leaving behind a billowing cloud of smoke and haze, which blew across the highway and into communities nearby.
My neighbor was outside with me. We were watching the flames. We could see the flames going up in the sky, all the smoke coming just over these houses over here.
The county says the fire ignited in an area with a mix of construction and demolition waste and has grown to the size of about 5 CFL football fields. It says site owner GFL Waste Management is working to contain the fire. Parkland County says shifting winds may continue to carry smoke into the city and surrounding communities. Gates Gorin, CTV News, Edmonton.
A teenager has been charged following a shooting near White Avenue last month. In late October, police were called about a weapon outside of a restaurant at 85th Avenue and Gateway Boulevard. The Edmonton Police Service says a group of people were fighting when shots were fired. A woman and 3 men were taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. An 18-year-old man was arrested at a home in northwest Edmonton and now faces charges, including assault with a weapon and aggravated assault. The man accused of killing 14-year-old Samuel Bird is expected to be in court next month. Brian Farrell was scheduled to be in court this morning, but his case was put over to December. The 38-year-old did not make an appearance. Farrell is charged with second-degree murder and interfering with a body. A group of Samuel Bird supporters rallied outside the courthouse this morning. And this weekend, family, friends, and supporters attended Bird's funeral. The teen disappeared at the beginning of June. His body was found in October. Hundreds of community members searched for Bird. His grandfather says he's grateful for the support.
We're happy that he was found. You know, we could get closer because for 4 months, we didn't know where he was. And there's a lot of missing people that are still grieving because they don't know where the loved one is. We were fortunate to have found my grandson. So we're happy he's found, but it's sad that we're putting him to rest.
Bird would have turned 15 years old in September. Following a tough loss on Saturday night, the Edmonton Oilers find themselves in a 3-game losing streak. Here's a shot of Rogers Place from our CTV drone this evening. The Oilers are back on the ice in a few hours, hosting the Columbus Blue Jackets. After today's morning skate, the talk was all about turning the team around following a 9-1 loss to the Colorado Avalanche over the weekend. CTV's Brendan Purdy joins us in studio now. So, Brendan, the Oilers only have 1 win in the last 2 weeks. What is the team doing to get out of this current funk?
Well, Matt, things haven't been pretty for the Oilers since the end of October. Over the last 2 weeks, the team owns a 1-3-1 record, dropping out of the Western Conference playoff picture.
Dave McKinnon charging in, shooting, and scoring.
Adding insult to injury, Saturday's 9-1 loss tied a franchise mark for the squad's most lopsided home defeat, equaling a 10-2 setback at the hands of the Buffalo Sabres back in January of 2009. Now both the coaching staff and players believe slight changes are needed to rebound from this latest slump.
You don't need every guy playing at their absolute best. This is not the time for that. But you need, a B+ game from everyone. And if you have a B+ game from most guys and some guys are playing great, then you can, you start to look like a team.
I think, the things that Leon's talking about are the things that can be done easily. Like just your work ethic, you have a stick on the ice, you're skating, you finish your check, you're in position. Like those things don't take a whole lot of talent.
Goaltender Stuart Skinner was pulled halfway through Saturday's game. Reflecting on his play ahead of his 12th start of the season, Skinner's self-assessment is simple.
If I'm at the top of my game, we always have a chance to win. If I'm not, then there's a good chance we're losing. That's every goalie in the league. If you have a bad night, you're probably most of the time you're probably not winning a game. So yeah, it's this is all a really good test for me and a really good challenge for us as a group.
Roster changes are coming tonight. Forward Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is out for a week with an undisclosed injury. Matthias Janmark checks in for him, making his debut this season. Another roster swap up front will see Curtis Lazar coming in for David Tomashik, who's put up 3 points in 13 games this year. Now, the Oil currently have 16 points, and last year at this time, they had 17. The year before, only 11. And both of those seasons ended up in trips with trips to the Stanley Cup final. Matt?
All right, Brendan Purdy live in studio tonight. Thank you. And Edmonton will host 2 games during the upcoming PWHL Takeover Tour. Edmonton first hosted a professional women's hockey league game back in February. It was played in front of a sold-out crowd at Rogers Place. Edmonton will host Vancouver and Minnesota on December 27th, and then Vancouver and Boston on April 7th. Tickets go on sale Friday. For the first time in 23 years, two of the Guess Who's founding members are reuniting for a Canadian tour. Randy Bachman and Burton Cummings are bringing their Taking It Back tour to Rogers Place on June 10th. The last time the Guess Who performed together was 2003 in Toronto. Tickets for Edmonton's show go on sale Friday, with pre-sale tickets available tomorrow. Well, Josh, in the words of the Guess Who, it's the new Mother Nature taking over. It was cold and some snow leading into the weekend, and suddenly it's warm out there again.
Yeah, and it will stay warm for the next couple of days. Maybe not quite as warm as it was today. We got to 13 for a daytime high today. It's 9 in downtown Edmonton right now. That high came in earlier in the day today. We've slipped to 7 degrees. The airports north and south of the city, 4 degrees right now at Elk Island. Your record high for November 10th, 17 degrees. That goes back to 2005. So we were a lot closer to that than we are to the average daytime high, which is 2. Now, I think by the end of this week and into the weekend, we'll be back to around average. But for the next couple of days, well above average. And tomorrow should be in double digits once again. Well, take a look outside right now with the CTV drone. And there's the cloud cover that's been sliding through the Edmonton region through most of this afternoon. It is starting to break a little bit just off to the west. Another nice sunset underway right now. You can see on the satellite radar map here, the cloud cover is kind of breaking a little bit. We'll see a few gaps there through the mid to late evening hours. And then overnight tonight, now the clouds will probably thicken up once again before breaking tomorrow morning. And it looks like we'll be mainly sunny to partly cloudy right through the day. A little gusty in the afternoon, but for any outdoor Remembrance Day ceremonies tomorrow, temperature's going to be around 7 degrees. It'll be the warmest at 11 a.m. on Remembrance Day in about a decade here in Edmonton. We'll take a closer look at that and have a little bit more about the cool down coming towards the end of the week in just a few minutes.
All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, Serving Veterans, how you can help people who served our country during Remembrance Day.
It's not easy to have to come and say help, but that's what we're here for.
Brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
The Veterans Association Food Bank is encouraging Edmontonians to donate to help people who served our country. The food bank helps more than 250 local veteran families every month. Their mission is to provide meals, help prevent homelessness, prevent isolation, and help people with mental health. Warehouse manager Ted Lewis served in the military for 37 years. He says it's a small token that goes a long way.
Most have pride, right? And it's not easy to have to come and say help, but that's what we're here for. We're here to help, right?
What I get from the Veterans Association is seeing a smiling vet walk out the door. Our job's been done.
Donations can be dropped off at the association. There is high demand for canned food items, coffee, as well as pet food. The Leduc RCMP is teaming up with the city to crack down on public disorder while helping people in need. The RCMP says a recent one-day project targeted crime while also connecting vulnerable people with supports like housing and mental health and addiction services. It says 3 encampments were dismantled, 6 packages containing safety supplies were handed out, and 7 people accepted follow-up services. 5 arrests were also made and 6 warrants were issued.
We've seen some great success with the project, so moving forward, we hope to have this as a regular staple in our policing service that we provide to the citizens of Leduc.
Last year, the city's only shelter shut its doors. Mayor Lars Hansen says it's going to take the entire community in order to address the city's problems.
We're working collaboratively as the city and with our enforcement services to focus on both the enforcement aspect and the caring aspect to ensure that we're connecting vulnerable residents with social supports to find positive outcomes.
Hansen says Leduc's new council has had discussions with the hub and will continue to do so. Still to come tonight on CTV News, preserving history. 2 Albertans restoring a plane flown during the Second World War.
History is slowly being lost if we don't preserve it.
Help us build a mountain of toys. Donate today at ctvedmonton.ca.
Are spending hundreds of hours restoring a Second World War airplane. The plane was discovered 4 years ago in a field near the Red Deer Regional Airport. It was the remains of a 1941 Airspeed Oxford, which was used to train pilots. Despite years of work, Vern Duick and David Kolsnick say the plane won't be fully restored for another decade.
Well, we're volunteers with Harvard Historical Aviation Society in Penhold, and the society is trying to preserve all of the history of the airbase from World War II, because what they found is that history is slowly being lost if we don't preserve it. And so this is one part of that preservation, is this airplane that we're working on.
Both men are retired power engineers and say they've taken on the challenge in order to preserve history. Josh, some warmer temperatures preserving into tomorrow, which will be nice if you're heading outside to visit the cenotaph.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, this will be one of the warmest Remembrance Days that we've had in about a decade. Take a look at these numbers. At 11 a.m. tomorrow, temperature should be around 7 degrees. And the last 2 years, we've been in the 2 or 3 degree range, but that's the warmest since 2016 when it was 6 degrees at 11 a.m. And if you look at the 10-year average at 11 a.m. on Remembrance Day, on average, it's around -3. So considerably warmer than that tomorrow. There's what it looks like outside right now with the Action Furnace River Valley Skycam. Action Furnace, fixed rider, it's free. Temperatures at 7 degrees right now. And starting to see some breaks in the cloud cover. 8 in Fort McMurray. It's still 10 in Jasper, and you have temperatures in the 4 or 5 degree range in east central Alberta and the Peace Country. A little bit of mixed precipitation there off to the north of Fort McMurray. No precipitation in the Edmonton area, just this cloud cover sliding through, but there are some breaks now getting set to slide through just off to the west, then some thicker cloud cover once again, and then some more breaks overnight and into early tomorrow morning. And so it really looks like for most of the day tomorrow, it's mainly sunny to partly cloudy skies, just maybe a little bit of patchy precipitation in parts of the northeast and possibly a couple scattered showers in east central Alberta. Watch your warm air stick around for the next couple of days. A little bit of ridging going on for Wednesday, Thursday, and then I think by the end of the week and into the weekend, some cooler air. Not dramatically cooler, not cold, but back closer to average starts to slide in. And so that'll push temperatures closer to the freezing mark for daytime highs Friday through the weekend and into early next week, which is pretty close to the morning lows in the forecast for tomorrow. This is what your daytime highs are going to look like next week. -2 in Lloydminster, 2 degrees in Grand Prairie, 2 as well in Edmonton. Should be around -3 in Red Deer tomorrow morning. You'll see temperatures around 6, 7 degrees in the Peace Country, 9 with some sunshine into Edson, about 7 degrees for Cold Lake, somewhere in the 8 or 9 degree range. Lloydminster, Coronation, Red Deer gets double digits tomorrow, and I think we'll hit double digits for one more day tomorrow. About 10 degrees for a daytime high. So staying above 0 overnight. By lunchtime, in the 8 or 9 degree range, it'll be around 3 or 4 o'clock that we hit our daytime high tomorrow, and the temperatures will start to slide through the late afternoon and early evening hours. 5-day forecast has temperatures back into the 6 degree range for Wednesday, Thursday. A little extra cloud cover there Thursday. Next chance of precipitation comes Friday. Uncertain at this point whether or not it's going to be sort of a rain-snow mix or just flat-out snow. And temperatures back to about +2 and 0 by Friday and Saturday. Next Wednesday, BGC, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Edmonton area, has big fundraising opportunity and evening going on. It's opening doors to potential. If you want to get your tickets, there are still a few tickets left. bgcbigs.ca. So that's next Wednesday, November 19th, when it'll be around 0 for a daytime high. So you can see cooler air sliding in through the weekend and through all of next week. So enjoy the next couple of days and that one more double-digit day tomorrow.
All right, Josh, thank you. Tim Hortons is offering free coffee to veterans and military members on Remembrance Day. Canadian veterans and active duty members who present a valid government-issued veteran service card or military service ID can receive a free hot beverage tomorrow. The promotion applies to all Tim Hortons locations across the country. When we return, the show will go on. Why the owners of a popular karaoke bar are selling their business.
Let the young people continue, you know.
CTV News at 5 continues. Wednesday on CTV Edmonton. Our new series looks at the banker who had it all. Mansions, muscle cars, and millions of dollars. With just one catch, none of it was really his. Inside the 2002 investigation of Nick Lissick, coming up Wednesday on the Crime Tapes.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
The owners of a popular karaoke bar in Edmonton are hanging up their mics.
It's too long. That's why I decided to quit it. Let the young people continue, you need to continue, right? And let the younger generation continue.
Gordy Ma and Terry Yu have owned Rosie's Bar and Grill for 35 years. They're retiring and have sold the business. The bar is located off White Avenue and hosts karaoke most nights. The pair say Rosie's is popular because of the camaraderie.
The traditional karaoke style is that one man singing on the stage and then everybody listen, right? So we're changing it around as that we encourage people singing together.
The new owners are renovating the space and plan to reopen in December. It will continue to host karaoke. Well, one last closing time for what has been Edmonton's only LGBTQ2S+ nightclub for years. While Evolution Wonder Lounge isn't disappearing, it is moving. CTV's Connor Hogg has more on what was still a bittersweet goodbye for many customers.
The promise of one last dance at Evolution Wonder Lounge brought out a large crowd to funnel down the stairs one last time. Even though the 12-year-old bar is only moving, not closing, attendees say they had to be here to send the old location off properly.
This place is special. I feel comfortable here. Evo has been like a very fundamental, foundational place for me.
For a lot of people, this is their first gay bar. This is the first space that they came to where they felt safe and accepted and not a minority. And that's going to be pretty emotional for a lot of people.
Rob Browatsky is the co-owner of Evolution Wonder Lounge. Over the next week, he'll be working to move the rest of the family-owned business over to the new location.
I think that certainly for the first few weeks at the new space, I'm going to not think about this space at all. But I know that there will come a time, whether that's in 6 weeks or 6 months or 6 years, when I'll be like, wow, I do miss that little dark basement bar.
Browatsky says Edmonton has had a number of high-profile nightclub closures over the years, some advertised and some catching the community by surprise. He says he always promised that when this one closed, there would be a lot of advance notice. While running this club hasn't always been a waltz for him, he understands how many will miss the old space.
My goal is to just let myself believe it when people come up and tell me what the space or the staff or myself have meant to them over the last 12 years.
Just feel that sense of belonging is so important to the human experience.
While the mirror ball will stop turning on 103rd, dancing will continue at the new Evo location on Jasper Avenue next weekend. Connor Hogg, CTV News, Edmonton.
And that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.